Those who don't jump never fly, by Lena Ahmed. To me, what this quote means is that we as humans all have goals that we're trying to achieve. We tell people about our goals, we think about them, and we even dream about them. But the main obstacle that holds most of us back is that first initial jump. When you finally take that jump, you are thrown into discomfort, but you have to find the balance on how to deal with it. Eventually, you become accustomed. Skydiving can teach you many life lessons if you just read between the lines. Today, I'll be talking about the top 3 things that jumping out of a plane taught me. Number 1 is expectations are worthless. When our expectations are met, we enjoy the moment no matter of what those expectations once were. If I would have had no expectations going into skydiving, I would have considerably enjoyed it much more because I would have had no expectations to compare to. It is a tough transition, but living life without no expectations adds a whole new perspective on life. I also feel that having an expectation towards something you are trying to achieve takes the beauty away from the adventure. For instance, you might be afraid to go outside of those boundaries you have created from those expectations. Therefore, you will never get to experience your own pathway or your own individual journey. Some examples of where I have mistakenly made expectations in my life is when I enrolled into college. I always seen siblings, cousins, and friends attend, and from them I had an expectation of what college was going to be like, which was a mistake because I should have been eager and excited to embark on my own individual journey. Before jumping out, I had the fear of not feeling well, that I was going to pass out, but once I did it and I landed, I noticed that it was actually really fun. I had gotten all these expectations that I have gotten from others people's experiences were thrown out the window. And now that I have discussed about why expectations are worthless, now let me share with you how it taught me to conquer my fear. Fear is taught, so it is totally normal for us not to want to conquer them. There's times where it is completely normal for you to be scared about trying something new. And in my opinion, everything new can be scary if we are not ready. But in my opinion, the best reward comes from doing something that you once feared. For me, it was creeping up to the line and looking down to what seemed to be a bunch of little dots, strong wind, and I remember thinking, what did I get myself into? But at the end, I was so proud of myself and I felt like a true badass. Fear is inevitable, but the best reward is at the end. And now that you know about how I felt when I conquered my fear, now let me share with you why it taught me to say yes more often and why I encourage you to also say yes more often. I feel like you should not let your misconceptions and fear get in the way of your decisions. Saying no to something can steer you away from trying to learn new things. For example, when you're killing a spider, but you may not want to do it, then we see that no one is home, and we are forced to say yes. Once it is dead, we realize, oh, that wasn't that bad. The way that this relates to us is because in some ways we have to take the leap into the unknown. We have already done it with transitioning into college. Saying yes to more things can lead into making new friends, making new connections, and saying yes leads to new memories. Skydiving taught me many lessons that can pertain to my life, whether it's beating expectations, conquering my fear, and saying yes more often. With this, I suggest all of you not only go skydiving because it was one of the best experiences in my life, but to also seek discomfort because many great things can result from that. Those who don't jump never fly. Lena Ahmed.